We have now the opportunity to hear someone who is very close to this organization, and besides being close to the organization, the Ingeman is a Choshev Ingeman ben Teure ben Yerushalayim, sitzt in land. It is my honor and cover to call upon Reb Shulem Kushner to come and address the Choshev Tzibur.
Rishos Choshev Abonim, Choshev Tzibur. I, on behalf of my wife, would like to share with you how this Helig Mishpacha ATIME has helped us. We're just like every other couple and every other person out here who's married, even a bacher, whose desires and dreams to raise a family, a Taradik Mishpacha. However, our dream didn't start off that way. After 2.5 years of waiting and nothing was going on, letdowns after letdowns, we tried very hard to be optimistic, to be positive, to be besimcha. We were living in Eretz Yisrael at the time. It was very lonely. The small word loneliness, small word lonely, is a very small word, but it could cause a lot of damage, a lot of despair, and a lot of yish. I had a plan in my budget when I was in Eretz Yisrael that the music was budgeted into the electricity bill. There was always music up in my house. I painted the walls different colors. I had to be lebedik, I had to be lichtig, I had to be simchadik. But it still wasn't enough. It was lonely, it was quiet. My wife somehow found out there was a support group in Eretz Yisrael. And she was mechazik. She went to the support group, and I went to Steigen Koilel. And she got her chizik, and I got my chizik. But it still wasn't enough. The loneliness was terrible. And close to 3 years, waiting for a child. I spoke it over with ATIME. I never really contacted them. I really didn't know who they were. I spoke to my Das Torah in Eretz Yisrael, and they told us to move back to America. Someone told us, a lot of people told us, Shina Makam, Shina Mazel, never know. Baruch Hashem, we moved back to America. And Baruch Hashem, we were zeicha to have amazing parents and in-laws they were very supportive in every way possible. We contacted ATIME after we moved back to Lakewood. I contacted ATIME. And they told us to come to the office and they'll take care of everything for us. I remember we went to Williamsburg. I think it was my first time in Williamsburg. Around 23 years old. At that time, it was my first time in Williamsburg. And they got us involved with all the Rabbanim who were involved in medical, fertility. And every day they went over and they discussed with us what we have to do and who we should call, which doctor. And I remember we called a certain doctor in Manhattan, and they told us, if you're lucky, it won't get in before 3 months. I was so nervous, I couldn't believe it. I moved back to America, I thought for sure, everything's gonna go easy. And now I have to wait another 3 months. I called up Rabbi Rosen, I said, Rabbi Rosen, I can't take this anymore. B'li Guzma, I'm not even making it up. B'li Guzma, the next day we had an appointment. It was truly amazing. When we started the procedure, the nurses told us that we have to be in Manhattan from at least 6 o'clock in the morning. Latest, it can't be there later than 9 o'clock. We had to take blood tests, other tests. We traveled every single morning. Now I'm a nervous type of guy. So if you tell me you have to be there 6, that means you have to leave at least 2 o'clock. My wife suffers when we try to fly to the airport and everything. Anyways, every morning we'd get up, everyone was sleeping. We would travel from Lakewood to Manhattan and take blood tests and all the other type of tests. And we'd have to come back. We couldn't stay in Borough Park. Even though my parents and in-laws live in Borough Park, we couldn't stay there because we had to work. When there's daiti, for us, we felt that working was the best thing. It kept us busy. And if you're busy, you don't think. You don't think about negative thoughts that keep coming to your mind. Why don't you have kids yet? Why is it so lonely and quiet in your house? Why aren't you taking your children to office of Lomdim? It was very, very hard. And then the bills started coming. Me and the mailman became best friends. He probably thought I owned a big company. And I thank the Rebbeinu Shalom. ATIME has helped us with the insurance accuracy that helped us out so much. And we had to take blood, even on Shabbos. I had to go to the office. Now, how am I supposed to get blood to the office on Shabbos? I didn't know what to do. My phone happened to be off Erev Shabbos. I called Rabbi Rosen again. And he told me, look at your phone. I got a text from ATIME that all you have to do, of course with Api Halacha, they had someone to come to me and they draw blood from us. The insurance card was on the side. They took it and they went to the office, a guy. They went to the office on Shabbos. And when we had to spend time in the hospital on Shabbos, I still remember very vividly. We came into the hospital, and right there was food. I'm not giving you an advertisement. I'm telling you there were boxes from pomegranate and kedem grape juice was there. So thank you. We needed to find a place to sleep. ATIME was there. We found a place to sleep. I felt like the Rebbeinu Shalom was telling us, you're not alone. I'm here to help you. Finally came the big day. The day we were waiting after 4.5 years. Is it going to be, yes, the test is positive, or no, it's negative? Still remember, we were driving to pick up my amazing in-laws from the airport. I still remember the area code of the phone call that we received. It was a 646. The waiting time to find out if my wife was pregnant or not the pain is, I can't describe it to you, so I'm sorry. The phone rings, and my wife picks up, and after a few seconds, she hangs up the phone, and she smiles to me, and I wasn't sure what that meant. And she tells me, Gamzul Toiva. I tell my wife, I need you to speak in English. I don't know what Gamzul Toiva means. She tells me it was negative. It was very hard. And the Rebbeinu Shalom, he works in mysterious ways. For some reason, I didn't find out there was a website called ATIME. The next day, we found this website. A website that you feel you're not alone. I know I said the word alone before, but I have to tell you something. What I learned from this nisyan is that alone should not be taken for granted. We're so lucky that me and my wife have each other and we're together. It's very lonely to be alone. A website where you could cry and laugh with people. And I think that's the most, for us, it was very important, for people who understand you. I could go here and describe everything, all the pain, but you can't understand me if you never went through this. It's very painful. It's a lot of money, Baruch Hashem. I'm not complaining. But it's very, very painful and very emotional. I'll just give you an example how stressful one day was. We got a phone call that we have to come down to the doctor's office. I drove like an Hatzalah member. And there happened to be, of course, traffic that day. Even on the shoulder, there was traffic. We get to the hospital, and I say, my name is Mr. Kushner. I'm here. I have an appointment, please. And she says, what? Your appointment's tomorrow. I'm like, what are you talking about? I woke up, I ran, I traveled, I don't know how many lights I took. You called me, you just told me, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. We tried calling you back, we couldn't get through. I turned around to my wife, I said, Rebbeinu Shem, I love you. He's amazing because we even got a parking spot right away. Even till today, we keep a journal, all the Yad Hashem we see. Rabbi Rosen called me up and he told me you should go away, take a vacation. We went to Eretz Yisrael and we said we're not giving up because ATIME doesn't give up on us. We're not giving up. We went to Eretz Yisrael, we went to Rabbanim, we went to get brachas, we went to daven by Kfaris. We did every segula out there, I'm telling you. I just saw another segula actually. We did every segula out there. And then we came back fully armed with chizik. And we were so lucky because we realized the ShasAThon, the ATIME ShasAThon, you feel like you're going to Gan Eden. And we started again treatment. And again we got the phone call, no, it's negative. I don't know, I didn't think I was made for this. How many shmuzim did I hear of the moon and betochen? How many times did I learn the Chavos Levavos? But I guess I was wrong. I wasn't holding by this nisyan. That's what I thought. It's not for my wonderful Rebbetzin. She gave me a lot of chizik. And we kept trying again. And again. And again we failed. I said, Rebbeinu Shem, how could this be? I did tshuva, I gave tzedakah more than I ever gave in my life. I was learning nonstop, I was davening. It just can't be, it doesn't make sense. It's a mistake, it's a nightmare. And we tried again. And again we got the phone call, 646 area code. I was in my house at the time, and this time it was positive. We had a baby boy. I want to ask my wife, what does she want to name this boy? Together at the same time we said, Yehuda, all the curse of Toiv, all the Haidah. That so many members of ATIME who had their own families, and so much time of people I didn't even know and davening for me and helping us. And we were zeicher to hold Yehuda. We were zeicher to hold Yehuda only 3 times. And by said, if you have children, you should go home and you should hold your children. You need to thank the Rebbeinu Shem that you have children. And then I remember it was 11 and a half months later, I was in the hospital, and every day we stood by the hospital, the baby's side. For some reason, the Rebbeinu Shem wanted me to be there that night. I don't know why. And every night we said Kriya Shema with the baby. And we sang, Uzakenu, L'gadol Banim L'Banim, Oiskim B'Torah. And I have no clue. Even the doctors told me they were shocked. We were supposed to take the baby home that week, or that month, I don't remember. It was Hay of, the night of the Arizal's yahrzeit. The Rebbeinu Shalom took my head like a baby back to the Kisei HaKavod. I was like, and I was thankful to the Rebbeinu Shalom because we got to hold him 3 times. And we will cherish those 3 times. And we will continue to wait for Yeshua at the right time. The next day, Rabbi Rosen came by to Menachem over me. He told me, anything you need, we're here for you. And he did a very important thing. And I'm not embarrassed to say it. It helped us tremendously. He got us very good therapists to talk to get it out, to speak about it. If you keep it up, you can lock it up, it could kill you, the pain. And there are times where I sit, even till today. I sit in my house. I say, I don't understand. It's not my job to understand. Rabbi Rosen gave me a certain sefer, Rabbi Shimshon Pincus on Amunah, which helped me tremendously. And from there I met his uncle, Rabbi Noach Weinberg, Rabbi Shimshon's uncle. And I realized the faster I could learn to accept the Rebbeinu Shalom's Ratzon, the happier life I will have. When I was learning the Gemara, for some reason, I don't know why, maybe because I was nervous to speak up here, I remember my Rav, Rabbi Yamin Eisenberger, he said that Rachel was jealous of Leah. What was she jealous about? So Pashas didn't have kids. But deeper pshat is, he was jealous that maybe Rachel didn't have enough schusim, maybe Leah had more schusim than Rachel. And she was jealous of the schusim. I want to thank you. I want to tell you something. People who don't have children, who have children, want to have more children. Yomim Tovim are very, very hard. It's very hard. My heart is Yom Tov. Yom Tov, I don't know why. It's simplest Torah. My wife's is Pesach, but I don't know why. I want to thank you for making this my simplest Torah. Gemara Makkah says that one day of learning is more chashuv to the Rebbeinu Shalom than thousands of kabbanos. Everything that ATIME has done today cannot work, cannot be done without your support. It's a very big Kiddush Hashem. I know the Rebbeinu Shalom has nachas from you. Me and my wife thank you. On behalf of ATIME, I thank you. My bracha is that we should put this ATIME family out of business for good reasons only. And we should be zoich to Mashiach Tzidkeinu Meher B'Yameinu Amen.